Hello and welcome back to Trend Watch 777, and we are continuing the updates of Nancy Guthrie, who has been missing for 11 days. So now it has come to my attention that a black glove was found near the locations of Nancy Guthrie's home.
Pima County receiving some 4,000 calls just in the last 24 hours. That totals up to about 18,000 of calls they've received, potentially trying to assist some of the public in this. And FBI on the ground there is potentially looking into new leads around this as they're canvassing the area, and potentially they could also have found some new information. Fox News on social media talking about a black glove being found along the road near Nancy Guthrie's home. Officers were seen removing the glove from a brush before placing it into a bag, and notably the FBI surveillance showed an individual wearing gloves, a ski mask, a long shirt, and also a backpack. So obviously that could be potentially another breakthrough for all of this. And this comes after someone individual was detained last night. And then earlier on today, TMZ received another email from somebody demanding money, this time claiming it has information about Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper and attempt to contact the victim's children. So very interesting. Let's take you out to this. Harvey Levin was on Fox News earlier on today with that. Speaking to that, let's play this out for you.
Okay, here we go, y'all.
Original letter. You did not receive a second letter where another affiliate did. So by my count, that's 2 letters. And you now report that TMZ has just been sent a 3rd letter. Please explain and describe what you got about 90 minutes ago.
So an hour and a half ago, we got kind of a bizarre letter, an email from somebody who says they know who the kidnapper is and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister, Annie, and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have confirmed is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. As they put it, time is more than relevant. So we have no idea whether this is real or not, but they are making a demand. It's interesting that, Bitcoins fluctuate in value, but it's around $56,000 now, 1 Bitcoin, which is about the amount that the authorities are offering for information leading to the return of Nancy. So I don't know if that aligns.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there is a $50,000 reward out for the information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the suspect, the person who abducted Nancy Guthrie.
But whoever sent this, and they actually give a name and an email address, but whoever sent this is asking for around that amount via Bitcoin for information that they say leads directly to the person.
Let's take it.
That is a big development. An email this time coming in, not necessarily a note to TMZ about saying someone has information leading to a potential kidnapper, as we're getting more live pictures on the ground. The FBI continuing to canvass the area. We know a potentially black glove was recovered by authorities. Let's bring into the conversation right now TMZ executive producer Michael Babcock. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk first about that email TMZ received about potentially trying to have Bitcoin sent to them about information leading to this kidnapper. What do we know right now?
Hey, Andy. Yeah, so it was about 4:54 to be precise this morning when, much like that ransom letter, which we still don't know whether it was legitimate or not, but when the ransom letter came in 8 days ago now, so it comes in to a shared email box that a lot of us here, the producers and reporters, have access to. And it essentially says that this person is claiming to have information about the captor or captors. And Andy, they say, this is them claiming here now that they have tried to reach out.
Yeah, they're claiming that they know who the person is that took her.
To Savannah's brother and to her sister via email and text to no avail. And because of that, they said, I'm reaching out to you guys and I am essentially selling the name of, again, the identity of the captor for the.
Hold on. He said, hold on. He said the person who sent this email sent it and said that they was trying to reach out to Annie and her husband. Why can't they just go on Instagram and message Savannah? She's posting everything on Instagram. That's pretty suspect here.
Cost of one Bitcoin is what they said. Now, if you look, a Bitcoin is about $67,000 the last I checked. So somewhere in that ballpark. And if that amount was to then be paid, presumably they are saying they would turn over the identity of that captor.
Yeah, it's interesting because the FBI has an amount out there already that would lead to the arrest of potentially someone. And this one coming via email. So you almost could respond to this email, unlike that other ransom note.
Right.
Does this catch you off guard in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it ultimately came in the same way for us, Andy, but the unfortunate reality is that you basically just write your email address and you can make something up if you wanted to. So, I mean, yeah, there was contact information. Obviously, this is for the FBI to figure out how important it is or if it's legitimate or not. So immediately turned over. But that doesn't make sense to me, the part about the reward. And, there's a $50,000 reward that is being offered now. So why would you potentially risk committing a crime to sell the identity of this person when you could?
Federal charges and maybe time in jail. That's stupid. But we never know. People do a lot of weird things for some attention.
Just turn them in, earn $50,000, and I'm sure then have a bunch of other opportunities that were there for you, aside from just doing the right thing and helping an 84-year-old woman who is, in a horrible situation right now.
Yeah, we've already seen one individual be arrested for a potential hoax. They were texting someone about that Bitcoin. What is TMZ doing? What are local law enforcement doing to kind of verify the authenticity of it, if you have any kind of protocols?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. I mean, I know when we got the original note last week that was from allegedly the people who have taken Nancy Guthrie, there was a Bitcoin address in there. We verified that this was, in fact, an actual address that could get money sent to it. We constantly kept an eye on that wallet to see if anything was paid. But outside of that, there's really not much we can do as far as confirming the authenticity. You turn it over to the authorities and they take it from there. And we have cooperated with them every step of the way. If there's anything that we could do to help them find out who sent these, then we've done it. But yeah, not too much, unfortunately, on from our standpoint, Andy.
Yeah, my last question before I let you go, Michael, because this is day number 11 of the search for the 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. The Guthrie family still holds out hope that she will be returned home safely. But within the last 24 hours, there was the FBI surveillance. There was an individual being detained. There was a black glove found. There was the TMZ email. Do you feel closer than ever that potentially law enforcement are to cracking this case, to finding someone?
I do. I think, obviously, I mean, this is pretty obvious, but that video, to have an image, to be able to see some features and facial hair, and perhaps you can recognize, what's the backpack, what's the shirt, and these are all potential avenues that investigators can track down leads, and hopefully it brings them to whoever's responsible. The one thing I would say is, that going back to that ransom letter initially, Andy, there was the deadline on Thursday, and then there was a second deadline on Monday. And that second deadline on Monday, if we're to believe that letter is authentic, that second deadline came with the ultimate price to be paid if the money wasn't transferred to them. And I think we obviously haven't seen a proof of life. You pray that Nancy Guthrie is okay.
That is so very true. Obviously, people still holding out hope, but pieces of evidence slowly coming now since that piece of surveillance video was recovered by the FBI, despite she not having that kind of account with Nest. All right, Michael Babcock, I appreciate your time, your insight here on Live Now. Pima County
Okay, so there
receiving
we have it, y'all. So who's this? Shout out to Live Now from Fox. And so, like I said, just a brief recap. So this is the 11th day that Nancy Guthrie has been missing. TMZ received a third note requesting a Bitcoin, just one. Bitcoin, and if they received the Bitcoin, then they would provide the identity of the person who took Nancy Guthrie. And so now the latest update, they have found or discovered a black glove. Not saying that it is related to the case at hand. You know, it could be anybody's black glove. We don't know that yet, and it was found outside. So near her home, that's what they have reported. But there have not been any confirmation that the black glove is actually part of the abductor's attire. Let me just say that. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here, and we will just keep you updated as the news come in. It comes in. Okay, so y'all be blessed, and as always, keep the Guthrie family in your prayer. Like I said, this is day 11, and her family just have to be at their wits end. So let's pray for a quick resolution to this to the Nancy Guthrie's abduction. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna end it here, and I'll see you on my next video.